even the money they deposit, if they want to take more than 25% of it, they have to borrow their own money. Imagine. Now, what could be worse than that? And then the Anglophone. Let's take Nigeria for instance. They arranged and configured Nigeria in such a way that the balance of equation tilted in favor of a particular group. A group, God knows that is the reality. A group that they thought, they call them their friends. That were amenable. You understand? Amenable. They call them their friends. In fact, they used indirect rule. They say, okay, these guys are in charge. We don't need to intervene directly. And those people thought that, they were actually in charge, whereas they were being manipulated. So, the subservience, I will give you an instance. When Yoruba Obasanjo became elected president, and they were going to do this national ID card thing, Aisha Afolabi was the Minister of Internal Affairs. They did it. It was another company that won that bid fair and square. The French president called Olusegun Obasanjo, Nigeria's president, and told him that if Target was not awarded that contract, Nigeria will not get forgiveness that we were pleading for. The contract was given to Target. You can check the facts. They are out there. So, what else could be worse than that? Mental psychological surveillance. We go to the Bretton Woods institutions. They give us loans. We just got one approved recently. They called it a very friendly loan. They say it is 1%. We pay in 40 years. A loan is a loan, So we depend on that. Nigeria at a point in time lent money to the Bretton Woods institution. Go and fact check. Nigeria lent money to the World Bank and IMF in the 70s. So, but they used our people, the powerful element in government, permanent secretaries, businessmen. They use them, sold ideas to them. Go and sell these ideas to your country. Ideas that will not work. Because that's what they used to call them elephant projects, Abi. I think they used to call them elephant projects. And all those projects put us. How will we not complete Ajaokuta? How will we not complete Alaja Steel? Why is machine tools not functioning? We are not going anywhere economically and industrially. Power, we cannot generate. Power, we cannot transmit. Power, we cannot distribute. Which economy is going to run on this? At 700? It is a lie from the pit of hell. All the ones the president is going about saying Nigeria is a destination for foreign investors. Nigeria is the darling of investors. It is a lie from the pit of hell. That is not our reality. That is for media appearances.
Media appearances, indeed. Okay, comrade. What is happening in Suleja? What do we have happening there? We see reports of prison breaks, and now it's as a result of rainfall. I am just really wondering how these guys will be recaptured. It's not like we have a data. I'm not sure.
The jailbreak. The jailbreak.
Yes, that's what I'm referring to. Over 119 from what we're seeing. Different reports. I can see 105 here. I'm seeing 119 on the Vanguard paper.
Some already have been apprehended.
Yeah, I think 13 of them were arrested.
I think most criminals they will go back to their criminal ways and they will be caught. Mark it. It is a matter of time. Believe you me.
If you say criminals, if you say they go back to their ways, but do we also look at what also happened and with what Olubimi Tunji Ojo said, saying that particular correctional center is being overpacked, was meant for a certain number, but it's loaded with more inmates. And when last did they renovate that correctional center? How strong should a correctional center be?
Which correctional center is not overloaded? I go to one of the correctional centers regularly. The people are waiting trial. If you have convict 500, you will have a waiting trial 3,500, 4,000. And these are facilities designed for maybe 1,000 people. You see federal government controls correctional facilities. This WAPs, I don't believe in all this restructuring that they're saying. I don't buy that idea of restructuring. We have to reconfigure. Thank God, one of the legacies of the Buhari administration is the Electricity Act of 2023. We need more of that. Let potential. We need to unleash the potential of Nigeria. Bloomberg did a report recently that 2050, Nigeria will be one of the top 5 countries in the world. Obasanjo just said the same thing when he was going in 1979. Go and check out his broadcast. He said in 25 years, the projection from 1979, that by what was on ground and the capacity and capability of Nigeria, Nigerians was going to be one of the top 5. Bloomberg is making that projection again. But you see, it goes beyond potential. You have to unleash the potential. You have to actualize potential. There's a minister of God that will say, go to the burial ground. The burial ground is the richest place in the world. Rich in what? Rich in potential that have been wasted. And you know how many bodies are in the burial ground? Thousands and thousands. I said, unfulfilled, unrealized potential. May Nigeria's case may it not be that of unrealized potential. Potentials on the surface of the ground. Potentials buried under the ground. Even those potentials, how are we harnessing? We are exploring and exploiting it. How are we harnessing it? When the MD of NNPCL and the minister in charge of petroleum resources will hold a press conference and tell us that under their watch, 500,000 barrels of crude oil is stolen one day. I don't know. It is scary. It is scary. It is scary. It is scary. Potential. But realizing, exploring, exploiting, and harnessing, it is very, very critical. Very critical.
Okay, well, because of our time, very critical, but let's just remain, positive concerning Nigeria. You're talking about loan. You're talking about loan. And,
we have to keep hope alive.
Yes, keep it alive.
We have to keep hope alive.
Okay.
When you take out hope, man is dead.
All right, let's be hopeful. This is 10:15. Thank you very much, Comrade Aide Jadishokbe, for joining us this week and sharing your opinion. All right, and you too. And we hope to open the studio tomorrow for the local government election.
Yes. We will do our own bit.
All right. Thank you very much.
We owe it.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, 10:15 is the time. Remember, Solutions 93.9 FM will be bringing you update from the field concerning the local government election going down in the city of Ibadan and Oyo State tomorrow. The studio will open by 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, this is the convenient point to say goodbyes on the show today and for this week. AM Updates makes a return next week, Monday, 9 o'clock, we'll kick off sports show, and 9:30 we'll look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. Remember, Damola Lafe and Wafavo, Lawrence Ola Victory, Oedikachi, and myself will be back next week. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you, and have yourself a swell weekend. I did see something on Twitter, just to draw a hint of that, I don't think that all of us are what we are today without any external influences. It could be from your parents, it could be from family members, it could just be from anywhere. So Tunde Onokoya, who just broke the Guinness World Record with a 60 hours marathon playing chess, has his parents on social media being dragged. Do you always want to be a broadcaster, that will?
Yeah, I always dream of it.
Fantastic.
I dreamt about it, and I'm achieving the dream.
Awesome stuff for you. I'm sure you had supportive parents as well. But in an interview with Tunde's dad, apparently he made a statement of how he was always destroying Tunde's chessboard if he wanted to play. And we now saw more Nigerians sharing the story. A guy particularly came out to share a story of how he was, scouted in Melbourne, Australia, to go play football, and his mom destroyed his passport at the age of 15.
I saw
You
that
know,
story. Yeah.
and that is the reason a lot of boys. And I just think that people should be more kind. I believe that our parents have the best intentions for us, but you know, we might not understand at that age why they did what they did. So people are saying that Tunde's dad is now smiling because he's blue.
Actually, sometimes when I listen to some parents, it is basically about what they went through. They are using their own experience or past experience to see how they can shape the life of a child or the life of their children, which cannot be so.
I just think that human beings should be more kind, honestly. We should be really kind and empathetic towards people. Because how would you say Tunde's dad is chasing clouds and he is proud because he eventually blew with chess? Believe it or not, there are a lot of people playing chess today, but they don't have similar opportunities to what Tunde had. He probably found purpose in that. Purpose being that he is helping, young African children get out of the slum with chess. That's why he went for that Guinness World Record. That's why he used that opportunity to raise funds. So please, the fact that he succeeded in that doesn't mean one person who says they want to play. As a matter of fact, we all played chess we saw chess as a game. Or something to, distract ourselves, or maybe improve our mind, because it's a mental, stimulating game. But please, it's not everybody that will play chess and become a Guinness World.
And it's not everybody that will be a doctor. Not everybody will be an engineer.
Absolutely.
You just need to encourage your children to achieve purpose.
Absolutely.
That is it. I think you need to also see an Indian movie titled Fighter. It's about a lady pilot whose dad didn't support her to be a pilot, but I think because of our time, just
find out what your children want to be and support them, right, and guide them as well. All right, good morning to you. Here is Human Beings, MI, Two-Face and Sound Sultan.
See, I will stay down